This is the story of the dancing plague of 1518 in Strasbourg. Imagine the summer of 1518 in the bustling, ancient city of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire. The air was thick with the usual smells of a medieval city, a mix of human activity, waste, and the occasional waft of bread from a baker's oven. Life was hard, marked by disease, famine, and hardship. Then, in July, a woman named Frau Trophia stepped out into a narrow street and began to dance. She didn't stop. For hours, she swayed and twirled, her movements becoming increasingly frantic. Passers-by watched, bemused, then concerned. By the end of the day, she was still dancing, seemingly unable to halt her movements, her feet raw and bleeding. Within a week, dozens of others had joined her, men, women, and children. They danced in the streets, in the market squares, seemingly compelled by an invisible force. It was not a celebratory dance. Their faces were contorted, their eyes wide and vacant. They looked exhausted, terrified, but they could not stop. The authorities, utterly baffled and increasingly alarmed, initially tried to cure them by encouraging the dancing. They set up stages, hired musicians, and urged others to join, believing that if the afflicted danced themselves to exhaustion, they would recover. This proved to be a catastrophic mistake. The spectacle only attracted more people, and the phenomenon spread like wildfire. The streets of Strasbourg became a horrifying tableau. Hundreds of people, by some accounts up to 400, danced uncontrollably, day and night. Their bodies gave out from exhaustion, heart attacks, strokes, and burst blood vessels. Many died. The city was overwhelmed by the sheer number of frantic, dying dancers. Priests performed exorcisms. Physicians stumped, blamed hot blood, and tried bloodletting. The common people whispered of curses, demonic possession, or divine punishment. It was a mass hysteria, a public display of unfathomable torment, where people danced themselves to death against their will. The dancing plague eventually subsided, slowly fading away as mysteriously as it had begun, leaving behind a city traumatized and a historical enigma that still defies complete explanation. Modern theories suggest it was a psychogenic illness, a mass delusion triggered by extreme stress, famine, and the widespread belief in supernatural retribution. Some have even suggested ergot poisoning, a fungus that grows on rye, causing convulsions and hallucinations, but the sustained, synchronized nature of the dancing makes that less likely as a sole cause. What makes this story so creepy is not the violence of a murder, but the profound violation of self. Imagine your own body, moving uncontrollably, compelled by an invisible force, until you collapse and die. Imagine the horror of witnessing your loved ones caught in this terrible, unending dance, their faces etched with agony, knowing they can't stop. And there's nothing you can do. It's a true, historical event that speaks to the terrifying fragility of the human mind and body, and the potential for a collective nightmare to manifest in the most bizarre and deadly ways.